Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jim Hill, reporting live from the beach in Santa Monica, California, where Doll Gibson is taking on Mia St. John in a charity match. This event is being staged as an exhibition match for the benefit of the Boys and Girls Club of Venice prior to next month's big fight in Las Vegas. Both women seem to be holding their own early here in the second round. Now, I've got to tell you, if someone hadn't told me this was an exhibition match for charity, I'd have to say these women are going at it as if they were the main event. Both fighters are giving vicious blows.
You can't tell me that doesn't turn you on.
It doesn't.
Are we afraid of a little sweat?
No, I'm afraid of that left hook.
Come on, Mia! Hit her with your right!
All right, so admit it. You don't really enjoy this. You just feel obliged to pretend you do.
Tell me something.
Will.
Will, you spent all this time psychoanalyzing ambitious women and their need to prove that they're as tough as men.
Tougher?
Because of some deep-seated inferiority and weakness.
Oh, I said sense of inadequacy. It's interesting how you misheard me, though.
Enlighten me, then. What's your problem with women boxing?
I find it unattractive.
Then you must really hate a woman who carries a gun.
Well, not as long as it's not pointed at me.
And that ends the second round.
As we go into the third and last round of our main event, I'd like to thank you all for your enthusiasm and commitment to this worthy local cause. We hope these athletes, especially our gracious celebrity fighters, Mia the Knockout St. John, and Doll the Dominator Gibson, have proven that today anyone can compete for a major purse, even if they carry one. So thanks again, and don't forget to tune in next month when Mia and Doll go the real distance in Vegas.
You ought to quit before I give you a makeover.
Mia seems to be really going after Doll with vicious rights and lefts. I think this is it for Doll because look at her. She looks down on her feet. Doll is down for the count.
This is Sergeant McNamara. Roll paramedics ASAP. We got to fight her down and seize...
You bet you killed her.
Take a look around, it's just another day.
Everyone except for that TNA bimbo.
You got a great hook.
No duh.
So, what exactly is it you think Mia had against Doll?
You told everyone what a fake Mia is.
She looked pretty real to me yesterday.
She belongs on a swimsuit calendar, not a boxing ring.
Isn't it true that with Doll out of the way, you're next in line to fight Mia on HBO?
Ah! Let me tell you something. Dow was more than one of my closest friends. She was my mentor.
So you don't know of anyone else who would have poisoned her?
Dow was poisoned.
Looks like you've always been one hell of a fighter.
Which is exactly why someone like Doll could never get under Mia's skin. In or out of the ring.
So when she tell the media that you were a wannabe, someone who merely exists to spur the creation of a boxing Barbie and generate revenues for waterproof mascara, that didn't tick you off?
Officer Harper.
I'd appreciate it if you let Ms. St. John speak for herself.
I'm a fighter, and my record speaks for me.
You're also human. It must have not felt so good to have such a vocal enemy.
On the contrary, the stronger the opponent, the sweeter the victory.
Mia doesn't mind having to prove herself because she can. Now, if you don't mind, my fighter has a long day of training ahead of her.
Actually, Ms. Neiman, I do mind.
Look, Doll Gibson was a tough opponent, and I'm gonna miss the challenge. But as for Doll hating me,
Mia claims it's what turned the spotlight on her in the first place.
So she's grateful for the publicity. How touching.
Look, TC, Mia St. John has been mocked, slandered, maligned publicly ever since her career began. And Doll Gibson shot her mouth off the most, but it doesn't mean she'd kill her.
People kill for less. Whoever gave Doll that poison had to be an insider with access.
Go home, TC. You look like crap. If you're gonna spend your vacation in town, at least get some rest. Do a crossword, read a book or two.
Gee, that sounds almost as good as the plans Chris and I had for Bora Bora.
Harper, Strickland. I'm sure you two have chased down those leads on that cyanide, right?
Actually, that's what we were just talking to the new DA about.
I did not lie to you, Corey.
So I'm supposed to believe us meeting yesterday was just a coincidence.
I just moved to Venice. I was taking a walk. You think I expected to witness a homicide on my day off?
And you didn't tell me your last name because...
Believe me, it wasn't intentional.
An intent is what percentage of the law? Come on, show me that your legalese is at least as impressive as your pickup rap.
You were impressed?
My officer said that you seem less than pleased that we've already launched an investigation.
Corey, look, there's work time and there's play time. And yesterday I was just a guy talking to the most beautiful woman with an eye shop.
And today you're the district attorney who doesn't trust me to handle this case while my male lieutenant is on vacation.
This is my first big case here, and I need to hit one out of the park. I need a more experienced team.
Well, it looks like you need a slower team, too. Because I already have 2 officers undercover.
Does that feel all right? Okay. Let's do it. All right, I want you to warm up on the heavy bag.
How long?
Till I say stop.
Careful, sweetie. I might break you now. Who are you, the welcome wagon? Yeah, that would be assuming you were welcome. And I'm not because you don't need the competition. Yeah, that's good. No, because what the sport doesn't need is another Hawaiian tropic bikini babe who does Taebo.
oh, you hurt my feelings.
The beginning of a beautiful friendship, from the looks of it.
That's my girl Joey, a real charm school graduate.
How long you been managing her?
About 5 years. Who handles your girl?
No one yet. That's why we came to L.A. I'm looking for someone who can do the most with Jamie's multiple talents.
Where you guys from?
BJ's in Chicago. Spotted her doing a kickboxing class with Jimmy Chi. Knew I found a diamond in the rough, real natural.
Tell you what, when you decide you want to put that diamond on display, let's talk.
Time to crack that whip.
What are you staring at?
Maybe a pot of gold, maybe nothing.
She's got to do more than look good in the clothes, Ricky boy.
We call it friends PJs. Find out about this Bobby Perez.
Let me guess. You went by the station to see if I was burning the midnight oil on your first big case. And when I wasn't, you thought you'd come after me and drag me back kicking and screaming.
Well, first, I didn't go by the station. Second, I'm delighted to find you heading home. It means you make time for a personal life.
And this surprises you?
An ambitious woman in a traditionally male-dominated profession? You bet.
And third?
I was hoping you'd let me buy you dinner.
Hello? Anyone there? You may be quick, but my gun is quicker.
I came in the back way. I was supposed to have the gym to myself tonight. Well, I guess I'm safe for now. Till the press finds out there's a back door anyway.
Well, between you and me, Doll may have been a pioneer in this sport, but she was a miserable wench. I'm gonna miss watching you kick the crap out of her.
Thanks. Aw, isn't this sweet?
You two swapping beauty secrets or just comparing bra size?
Oh, bitterness doesn't suit you, Joey.
Yeah, but see, that's the difference between you and me, Centerfold. I don't give a damn what suits me.
Clearly.
What? You want to get on this too?
You know what? I'll get into any action as long as there's a worthy opponent.
Yeah?
Whoa, 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 whoa. I thought only men did locker room brawls.
Now why should they be the ones having all the fun?
Corey, hey, it's me. I was just wondering if you wanted to catch a movie or grab something greasy like pizza or something, I don't know. Anyway, call me. I want to hear how things are going with the case and see if you met the new DA yet, William Blake. William Blake.
He was a poet, right? Tiger, tiger, burning bright. Don't act so surprised. I did go to college.
Yeah. Well, going to college and remembering what you learned are two different things. You ever think about becoming a lawyer?
Actually, yes. But I never told anybody that. Ever. What makes you ask?
Well, you're smart and tenacious. And you love a good argument.
You know me pretty well.
Not well enough.
Come on.
Good.
Sorry to bother you, Sarge, but those prints just came back. Yep, perfect match. No, Granger's at home. I'll have him meet you there.
Freeze.
What the hell's going on?
Oh, God, big mistake.
You're damn right. You were supposed to wait in the car. And you can stop gawking now, Granger, and order a black and white. Mia St. John, you're under arrest for the murder of Doll Gibson. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law.
I already told you.
Then perhaps I should have you detained in a psychiatric facility because the average person doesn't hide when they hear a knock on the door.
What the hell's going on here?
Excuse me, miss.
Save it. I'm also a lawyer.
We have evidence that it was your client who poisoned Doll Gibson.
What kind of evidence?
Mia's prints from a Powerade bottle were a perfect match to the sports bottle containing the cyanide.
Was this bottle, by any chance, black and yellow? Mia's lucky bottle, the one that she's used for years, is black and yellow. It's been missing since the day she fought Dal Gibson.
Is this it?
It's just an athlete's superstition, Sergeant, but the first time Mia used that bottle was also her first pro victory. And she never travels without it.
So are you suggesting that the poison was intended for Mia, but wound up poisoning Dal instead?
Someone's been stalking Mia for months. I've tried to get her a bodyguard, but she's refused.
How many people know the significance of this bottle?
Everyone inside the sport. Most of her fans.
Do you think that Dal Gibson might have stolen it? Or maybe somebody from her corner just to psych Mia out?
It's very possible.
Look, Mia, believe it or not, I do understand. The last thing you need right now is for the press to turn you into some damsel in distress. But while we conduct this investigation, you're gonna need some protection.
Let me guess. You're not too happy with this arrangement. We're trying to save your life.
And you like being helped?
I don't always like what's good for me.
Hey, I'm watching you move. You've got great flexibility.
Yeah?
Fact is, I'd love to get Jamie in the ring with you. But Mia needed a sparring partner, and I was hoping this might get Stevie to consider handling her.
Forget it. Stevie spends all of her time and energy on Mia. That's why I left her.
So Stevie was your manager?
Till she signed Mia. Who I consider an insult to the sport. Makes me sick.
Well, what about Rick? He's done well for you. Maybe you could do the same for Jamie.
Forget it. His dance card is full.
But now that Dal's gone...
He can finally focus entirely on me.
It's what my mother always told me, and what I always tell my kids. Big girls don't cry. They kick ass.
Yeah, but someone's trying to kill you.
Can you afford to appear vulnerable?
To the people I trust.
Oh, and how many of those are there?
Look, your father skipped out on you when you were young. I grew up in abusive foster homes. We both had to learn to fight to survive. But maybe it's time you learn how to know a friend when you see one.
Okay. I have to admit, after months of laying awake at night, jumping at every noise, and keeping my kids at my mom's house, I'm ready for a change. You help me with that, and I'll turn you into a real boxer.
You got yourself a deal. How long was Stevie managing Joey before you left her?
Joey didn't leave Stevie. Stevie dumped Joey to manage me exclusively.
After working years together, I'd feel betrayed.
Damn right I felt betrayed. And angry. But it was still the best thing that ever happened to me.
How so?
Rick Roberts is better at managing the kind of fighter I am.
Which is?
A real one. Not some calendar girl.
So it bothers you that Mia is so attractive?
The women who won the World Cup were attractive, but they were athletes first, women second. A real fighter worries more about the speed of her jab, not whether or not her lipstick clashes with her trunks.
Everybody knows with Dal Gibson out of the way, the only thing standing between you and the spotlight is Mia St. John.
Mia's my ticket into the spotlight. Thanks to Stevie's shameless managing, she's on the De La Hoya undercard. And guess who else is going to be there to show the world what happens when a cream puff goes up against the real deal? Oh, you're right. I want her blood on my hands. But I want to do it on HBO and for a whole lot of money.
Sergeant?
Come on, TC, you're on vacation. I just assumed that you weren't sitting around waiting for the phone to ring. Okay, regardless, there hasn't been a formal charge made yet, which means there's nothing concrete to report.
You think that might be due to a certain distraction in your life lately? Or is this just your way of cementing a good relationship between our department and the prosecutor's office?
Is that why you came in today?
No. Was asked to.
Bye.
By me. He has more experience, Corey.
So is that why you're here too? Because one babysitter just isn't enough?
Actually, I called you earlier, and Officer Harper kindly informed me that another suspect was being brought in. Somehow she guessed I'd be interested in knowing that.
Why won't you let me buy you a beer?
I don't want a beer, TC. I want to go home.
Why? You got another hot DA? I mean, date?
You showed up unexpectedly. All we did was talk. Why won't anybody believe me?
Because we're all living vicariously. You've got the closest thing to a love life in the entire department.
Wow, that's really pathetic.
Look, what he did today, it was professional, not personal.
I am so sick of hearing that. Everything is personal.
Chris told me that once, right after I made you sergeant over her.
Maybe we should have that beer. Come on.
Have you ever dated a guy who was convinced he was okay with what you do, and then as it gets deeper, he's threatened by it?
Rick Roberts. We dated almost a year.
Joey's manager? Was he still boxing then?
Well, he had just started managing, and I had just turned pro. But it was obvious he wanted to control me and not my career. So I signed with Stevie.
And how badly did Rick take that?
Oh, my God.
Get down!
You're not the only one she abandoned, you know. Blondie hasn't called me in weeks. Guess I'm not cool anymore, because I'm not a fed. Hey. You know, that's funny, because I never thought of you as this redecorating wine kind of drinking guy.
I've changed.
Prove it.
I bet you never thought of me as a divorced kind of guy before.
Oh my God, you're right. Give that man a prize.
I don't want another prize. Not after what happened to the last one.
Oh, do you see? Don't be like that. You'll find somebody else. You'll fall in love.
How can you love with a broken heart?
Oh, that is so beautiful. I think I'm gonna cry.
I stole it from a movie.
I gotta go.
Oh, what? No, don't go. Wait.
To the bathroom.
Whoa! Ooh. Can I have this dance?
Oh.
Madam?
That's Madam Sergeant to you, sir.
Right.
I sure do miss having someone to dance with.
Hey, who knows? Maybe Mr. Kendall DA is more rhythmic than we think.
No. I need someone I can trust. I need someone I can talk to about anything and...
Stay up late with?
You know... Yeah.
Someone who's been there for you all those years whenever you needed a friend.
Well, don't let go.
Corey, wait.
Good
morning, Lieutenant. I'm sorry to bother you so early. We just couldn't get in touch with you or the sergeant, and, well, I don't know. I guess your phones weren't working, and neither were your beepers. It seemed kind of weird, but maybe you two were on the same system or something. Whatever. Anyway, there was a little gunfire, but don't worry. No one got hurt. I just thought maybe you should know.
Is that all, Harper?
Yeah. Oh, actually, there's one more tiny little thing. The sergeant was in such a hurry. Not only did she not see me waving from my porch, but she dropped this. Do you want to give it back to her, or should I? I know I'm supposed to be quiet and listen, but since you haven't said anything in about 5 minutes, I guess I'll take this opportunity to tell you you throw one hell of a party, Lieutenant. In fact, I know this great cleaning service
Could you possibly enjoy this any more than you already are?
Nope, but not for the reasons that you think.
Do tell.
Well, I'm just glad to see that you're human. I was beginning to wonder.
Why's that? Because I resisted all your obvious attempts to seduce me?
Yes.
You sell yourself short, Monica. You should make a guy work for it. I'm not just talking about the sex. I'm talking about your trust, your heart. Any guy that's not willing to work for that, he doesn't deserve you.
I know that.
I don't think you do. You see, what you wanted from me wasn't me. What you wanted was to make a little Monica mischief and get in good with the guy at the top. Look, you're a beautiful woman. You're smart. You're funny. But you come along and basically you think that I'm gonna hurt the woman who's been by my side since before you were in the academy? Someone I've trusted both on and off the job. Someone I would have given my life for, who would have given hers for mine. Every day was worth facing because she was a part of it. You have any idea how hard it is for me to get up now? Do you?
No.
You're damn right you don't. Because right now you can't even conceive of having what I lost. And that's your misfortune.
Good news, Sarge.
Shh. Oh, you don't have to yell, Granger.
I know. That's why I didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry, Granger. Got a bad headache. Do we have any luck on the shooter's car?
Too dark, too fast, no tire tracks. But check this out. Bobby was right. Rick Roberts' tattoos were from prison.
But the prints from his business card came up clean.
That's because he was a juvie. But I did some research, made some phone calls, found someone who knew his story.
What was he in for?
Saw with a deadly weapon, he used a .38, same caliber as the slugs we pulled from Mia's car. Think it's still his weapon of choice?
I think we found more than motive.
Well, I don't know if she was hurt or what, but I do know she's throwing in the towel.
Nah, Mia's not a quitter.
She is a single mother with 2 kids. She's got a lot more at stake than just herself.
You seem awfully happy about this.
Hey, I like Mia. I think she's a great fighter. But Stevie Neiman's got no client. And I've got a former model with a martial arts background. I think I can give Stevie her next knockout.
So give me a call, all right?
Hey, stranger, where are you off to?
Got a meeting with a sponsor. They're coming out with a new line of women's stuff. Might want to name a shoe after Joey.
Yeah, Air Butch. How exciting. You gonna get a deal like that for me?
Tell you what, if you were my client, I'd do better than that. Look, we can talk about this later.
I'm a very impatient woman, Rick.
Rick Roberts?
PP5 to 1 PP2. Suspect's gonna be on you in about 5 seconds on my damn bike.
okay?
Fine.
Look, I already told you I'm not the type of guy that holds a grudge. It's unproductive.
You also said you had no priors, and that was a lie.
Now, that was a trick question, lady. You already knew the answer.
Then why did you run, huh?
I'm an ex-con with an ex that's being stalked. You're a cop that needs a suspect. You do the math.
We know you gave Mia St. John more than just your time. You gave her your heart, and when you did, she left you, not just professionally, but personally.
So she's a selfish bimbo with a hot bod. Welcome to L.A.
Where's the gun from last night, Rick? I'm sure you're just trying to scare her, and any good lawyer will make a jury see that.
Look, control your bitch, would you? She's not a real good listener.
Where's the damn gun, Roberts? Come on, give it to us of your own free will. That'll earn you some badly needed points.
Or we can have one of our guys with a warrant go redecorate your place and turn it up themselves.
It was stolen. Less than a week ago, I swear.
That's bull.
Hey, look, my fighter was poisoned last week, and the only thing I keep hearing about is how it's under investigation.
Everyone in this room knows that cyanide was intended for Mia.
What?
They found traces of it in a water bottle, Mia's water bottle, and somehow Dahl got a hold of it.
Oh, God, no.
You gave her that water bottle, didn't you?
God,
Lieutenant released Rick Roberts. Did you know that?
Of course I did. We discussed it. He actually values my opinion.
Is that why you haven't returned my calls?
My officers are perfectly capable of returning any of your calls.
Oh, I'm talking about the personal ones.
You can't separate them.
I can, Corey. Guess you can't.
You either care and respect for somebody or you don't, and you obviously don't.
I do respect you, Corey, and I do care. Why do you think I hunted you down this morning? I wanted to apologize in person. Think you can forgive me?
Beat me to the lamppost and you got one.
Any chance you change your mind?
Any chance you can be with a woman who's clearly your superior?
I'd be honored.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Just about to ask you the same thing, Sergeant.
I pulled a 24-hour straight. Thought a little jog would wake me up. I had my beeper with me, Lieutenant.
It's not all you had with you.
You're kidding, right?
Look, Corey, run into someone new might help distract you from dealing with what's happening with us, but sooner or later, we need to talk about this.
Nothing is happening, TC. It happened. It shouldn't have, but it did. It was a one-time drunken mistake among commiserating friends.
Well, then, as your friend, I need to tell you about the other mistake you're making, not just by diving headfirst into something new, but by confusing business with pleasure.
TC, look in the mirror. I'm not the one who's confused here.
Come on, Corey. You gotta admit that things have been weird. You want them to stay that way?
No, I don't. And I'm sorry. It's just that talking about it right now would weird me out even more.
Well, whatever this mysterious thing is that kept you up last night, I'm flattered that you stayed awake long enough to hear my proposition.
And to accept it.
You're gonna rep me?
Hell, baby, I'm gonna make you a star.
The next Mia St. John.
All right, one day they'll be comparing her to you. So when do we celebrate?
Right after you agree to my one condition.
This a joke?
It's a business decision.
A knife in the back's what it is, Roberts.
Joey, understand. With Mia gone, the sport needs someone to fill her shoes. Jamie's got what it takes. Look, I'm sorry, Joe. You're a great fighter. You'll find another manager.
Go to hell.
There's something I've been meaning to tell you. You picked the right shade, a little lipstick would go a long way.
Okay, here we
we go. 1, 2. Come on, you gotta snap that jab. Give me 1, 2, 3. There you go, champ. Good job.
I think I'm gonna skip the 3rd round of crunches, if you don't mind.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna go home then. You lock up when you're finished here. Here you go.
Hello? Hello?
Shouldn't be so nervous, honey. It's bad for the complexion.
Is that a 38 in your hand, or are you just happy to see me?
You know, if your skills were half as sharp as your wit, I'd almost understand Rick dropping me for a whore like you.
Whores do it for the money. I just do it for the fun.
What have you got to gain by pissing me off?
A lot less than you did if you would have succeeded in killing Mia St. John. But unfortunately, Rick gave the cyanide water to your friend, killing her instead. Isn't that just like a man trying to help out without asking and ruining a woman's plans?
Rick gave down the water bottle?
So now what? You gonna try and kill me too?
I don't try. I succeed.
Well, you didn't succeed with Mia.
Sure I did. She's left the game, hasn't she?
I'm not leaving anything until you and I have finished this.
Get out of here, Mia.
You can't do that, Jamie. This is my problem.
This is not what we all agreed upon, remember?
Is this really how you want to take me down?
Why? You don't think I'll shoot you?
She's unarmed. And you don't want to be remembered as a coward, do you?
What I wanted to be was champion. Only it's just the pretty girls that get what they want. Isn't that right?
You want to be champion, you gotta earn it.
Yeah, you'd think so. Only no one was gonna give me the chance. Now say goodnight, boxing Barbie.
Put the gun down, Joey. Because whether or not you pull that trigger, your career is finished.
Oh, really?
Really. I'm a cop. Now put the damn gun down.
So what you really meant to say is that after tonight, my life is over.
What she meant is that you're under arrest.
Gee, I guess women aren't the only ones who manipulate people with their pretty faces.
Let me know when you're done feeling sorry for yourself and I'll read you your rights.
Wait, what about my rights?
What are you talking about?
Look, all I'm asking for is my shot in the only place that matters to me, in that ring.
Sounds fair to me.
No. No way. We're talking about a murderer here, guys. No, we are putting her under arrest and we are bringing her in.
I say she gets her shot.
Excuse me, but aren't you the one that had the problem with chick boxing?
Well, this really isn't about chick boxing, Jay. I mean, we got our suspects, we got our peace of minds, but once we lock Joey up, unless we give Mia a shot now, she'll never get hers.
Part was beating you. The
The hard part was not killing you.
Cruz, Granger, and Strickland have all been debriefed and filed their reports, and the police boxing league has called 4 times, begging for Strickland to get involved.
Joey Ramsey?
Full confession.
Should make your boy happy.
TC, I'll just see you tomorrow, okay? Welcome back.
Corey, could you just cut me a break here? I'm trying to get things back to the way they were before, and all I'm looking for is a little bit of help.
TC, before was before, and we're kind of stuck with right now.
You know what now is?
Yeah, now is the anniversary of your first date with Chris.
A couple of weeks ago, you offered to take me out to dinner because you didn't want me to be alone.
Look, I admit it. I am handling this really, really badly. Because the one person I could talk to about it is the same best friend who's blown me off. And whose ex is the guy I just slept with. Do you have any idea how guilty I feel?
I do, Corey, which is why I'm the one you need to talk to. The one you used to talk to before we ever met Chris, remember? You said it yourself that we would get through Chris leaving together. You forgotten all that?
No, TC, I haven't forgotten. But that was before.
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot. Because this is now, and we're stuck with now, right?
Or maybe when I said those things, I made a mistake. Or maybe I didn't realize that there are certain things in life you have to get through alone. Your own way. We both do.